In a single sweeping order, President Trump just transformed how 70 million Americans will access their Social Security benefits. These changes could affect when and how you receive your payments starting immediately. In this video, we're breaking down Trump's brand new executive order that's reshaping Social Security in 2025, from the return of a forgotten national initiative to billion-dollar shifts in how the SSA operates. Whether you're currently receiving benefits or planning for retirement, these changes will directly impact your financial future. Stay until the end to discover the hidden opportunities in these reforms and the critical steps you need to take now to protect your benefits under these new rules. Welcome to Financial Area, where we bring you the latest updates that affect your wallet. If you value staying ahead of policy changes that impact your money, hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of informed Americans protecting their financial future. For the first time since 2019, National Social Security Month is making a comeback under President Trump's new executive order. This isn't just a symbolic gesture. It represents a fundamental shift in how this administration views one of America's most crucial safety net programs. When this observance disappeared 5 years ago, it went largely unnoticed by the public. But its reinstatement signals something significant. The current administration is putting Social Security front and center in their policy agenda. Under the previous administration, Social Security Month had been replaced with various targeted outreach initiatives. Trump's decision to bring it back indicates a return to more traditional messaging about Social Security's role in American life. The timing of this announcement is particularly strategic, coming just months after the inauguration. By taking early action on Social Security, the administration is setting the tone for how they'll approach entitlement programs throughout their term. At the heart of this executive order is a fundamental philosophical shift. While previous administrations emphasized digital expansion and remote accessibility, Trump's approach centers on what his team calls tangible service, the idea that Americans deserve face-to-face interaction when dealing with their benefits. In the official statement accompanying the order, the administration described their vision as returning Social Security to its roots, positioning benefits as an earned right that deserves personalized attention rather than automated responses. This represents a sharp pivot from the technology-first approach that's dominated government services in recent years. This philosophical shift extends beyond just service delivery methods. The order contains language about honoring America's promises to seniors, framing Social Security as a contract between generations that requires physical, tangible reassurance from the government. Public reaction and initial impact. The announcement has sparked predictably divided reactions. Advocacy groups for seniors like the AARP have cautiously welcomed the focus on improved service, but expressed concerns about access issues. Meanwhile, government efficiency experts have questioned whether this represents a step backward in modernizing federal services. Early polling shows that public opinion largely splits along demographic lines. Older Americans, particularly those over 65, show strong support for the return to in-person services. Younger beneficiaries, including those receiving disability benefits, have expressed more mixed reactions, with many voicing concerns about potentially longer wait times. Several key lawmakers have already signaled their positions. Senator Thompson from Ohio called it a welcome return to common sense, while Representative Martinez from California warned it might create unnecessary barriers for vulnerable populations who can't easily visit field offices. Return to in-person service model. The most dramatic change in this executive order is the planned elimination of telework within the Social Security Administration. According to the administration's timeline, all remote work options will be phased out over the next 6 months, with employees returning to offices by October 2025. This shift comes with a substantial workforce restructuring. The plan calls for hiring 3,500 new frontline service representatives, while reducing mid-level management positions by approximately 15%. These new hires will be specifically trained to handle in-person inquiries and complex cases that the administration claims have been underserved by digital systems. Field offices that were closed or consolidated during the pandemic will be reopened in phases, with priority given to rural areas and urban centers with high concentrations of beneficiaries. The first wave of 150 office reopenings is scheduled to begin next month, focusing on locations that have experienced the longest wait times for appointments. Technology investment plan. Despite the emphasis on face-to-face service, the executive order doesn't abandon technology altogether. In fact, it includes a substantial $1 billion allocation to overhaul the SSA's notoriously outdated computer systems, some of which still run on COBOL programming from the 1970s. The technology upgrade has three primary components: modernizing the claims processing system, creating a more user-friendly online portal for those who prefer digital access, and implementing new security measures to protect beneficiary data. The administration expects these improvements to reduce processing times for new applications by up to 40%. This dual approach, investing in both human services and technological infrastructure, acknowledges the reality that the SSA's current digital services have failed to meet many users' needs. According to recent government accountability reports, SSA's online systems experience downtime at 3 times the rate of other federal agencies, and many online applications are abandoned before completion due to complexity issues. Access implications for different demographics. These changes will impact Americans differently depending on their location, physical abilities, and technological comfort. For rural residents who've faced long drives to reach SSA offices, the reopening of local facilities could significantly improve access. Early projections suggest that the average maximum distance to an SSA office will decrease from 37 miles to 22 miles nationwide. For elderly and disabled beneficiaries who struggle with transportation, the picture is more complicated. The administration has announced plans for a limited mobile service program that will visit community centers and assisted living facilities on a rotating schedule, though details remain sparse on coverage areas and frequency. For those who have come to rely on digital services, the transition period could present challenges. The administration has promised that online capabilities won't be reduced until in-person alternatives are fully established, but advocacy groups remain concerned about potential gaps in service during the transition. Budget reallocation effects. One of the most controversial aspects of the executive order is the cancellation of contracts related to diversity, equity, and inclusion programs within the SSA. The administration projects this will save approximately $87 million annually. Funds, they say, will be redirected to frontline services and technology improvements. This reallocation has sparked debate about priorities. Critics argue that these programs were essential for ensuring equitable access across demographics, while supporters counter that improving core service delivery will benefit all Americans regardless of background. Beyond these specific cuts, the broader restructuring is expected to generate over $1 billion in savings through management reductions and consolidation of administrative functions. According to administration projections, these savings will fully fund the Technology Modernization Initiative without requiring additional congressional appropriations. For beneficiaries, the financial implications of these changes don't directly affect benefit amounts. However, improved processing times could reduce the backlog of pending claims, potentially getting benefits to new applicants weeks or even months faster than under the current system. Navigation strategies for beneficiaries. If you're currently receiving Social Security benefits or planning to apply soon, you'll need to adjust your approach under these new rules. Here are the essential strategies for navigating the changing system. First, don't wait until the last minute. As offices transition, temporary delays are inevitable. If you have business with Social Security, handle it well before any deadlines. The administration recommends allowing at least 30 additional days for all transactions during the 6-month transition period. Second, prepare thoroughly for in-person visits. Under the new model, you'll need to bring complete documentation to your appointment. This includes original identification documents, benefit verification letters, and any supporting materials related to your claim. The days of submitting supplemental documents online after an appointment may be ending. Third, consider using the appointed representative option if you face mobility challenges. Social Security regulations allow you to designate someone to handle in-person business on your behalf with the proper authorization forms. This option will become increasingly important as the system shifts away from remote services. Beyond navigating the immediate changes, there are several steps you should take now to protect your benefits for the long term under this new approach. Most importantly, create and maintain a complete physical file of all your Social Security documents. As the system transitions between service models and technology platforms, having your own records will provide an essential safety net. This should include benefit verification letters, award notices, and records of all communications with the SSA. Next, familiarize yourself with the location and hours of your nearest field office, even if you don't currently need services. Under the new model, knowing where to go and when offices are least busy could save you hours of waiting time when you do need assistance. Finally, consider joining one of the many beneficiary advocacy organizations that monitor Social Security policy changes. These groups provide early alerts about system changes and often offer guidance on navigating new procedures. Some also provide volunteer assistance for those struggling with the increasingly complex benefit system. The changes we've covered today represent the most significant shift in Social Security operations in decades. From the return of National Social Security Month to the billion-dollar investment in new technology, these reforms will reshape how millions of Americans interact with their benefits. While the full impact of these changes won't be known for months, it's clear that proactive preparation is your best defense against potential disruptions. By understanding these shifts and taking the steps we've outlined, you can position yourself to navigate the new Social Security landscape successfully. If you found this breakdown valuable, remember to like this video and subscribe to Financial Area for continuing coverage of policy changes that affect your financial security. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to be alerted when we release our upcoming video on the 5 documents every Social Security recipient needs to have ready under these new rules. This is Financial Area, helping you stay ahead of the changes that impact your money. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.